Hi, I'm Betty Moore-Hafter, and this is the third in my series, Creative Language with EFT. And what I'd like to show you now is some language of acknowledgement that I love to use in the EFT process. It's amazing how healing it feels to be acknowledged. And so this is some simple language of acknowledgement that I weave in quite a bit. I will show it to you through tapping. So if you'd like, focus in on one of your issues and perhaps something that really has been a challenge. And we'll tap. Even though I have this issue, I deeply and completely accept myself, and I acknowledge how hard this has been. This has been hard for me. Even though I have this emotion, I honor myself for all I've been through. I've been through a lot. Even though I have this problem and these feelings about it, I honor myself for facing this difficult issue. This problem, these emotions. But I honor myself for how hard this has been. This issue, my feelings about it. I honor myself for all I've been through. It's been a lot. This problem, my feelings about it. I honor myself for facing this difficult issue. And I'm willing to acknowledge that maybe I've been hard on myself. I can choose to be kinder to myself. So taking that nice breath and sitting with the effects of that tapping, and how does it feel to be acknowledged? Sometimes this is the healing moment in a session. I'm thinking of a young woman I worked with who had some panic attacks, was traumatized by having those, and we, of course, worked on all the aspects of that. And then I brought in this language, and she was in tears. She said it felt so important to acknowledge what had happened, and that no one had really understood how traumatic it had been. And so I acknowledge myself for how hard that was. I acknowledge all I've been through. This was the turning point, the healing moment. And I think she completed the task of healing that right there. And now I'd like to bring in an expression that comes into my tapping a lot. It's only 3 little words, but it's like a magic phrase that can usher in reframes. It can help people see things differently. It can be a reality check. And I think it can even usher in the deeper wisdom from that wise part of our mind. And the 3 words are this: the truth is. So we're going to do a round of tapping and bring in that possibility of the truth is. So as you tap, if you'd like to think of something you're working on, even though I have this issue, I deeply and completely accept myself. And the truth is. Now, what is your truth from the wisest part of you? Even though I have this emotion, I deeply accept myself, and the truth is. Even though I have this problem, these feelings, the truth is. Now, what would the wisest part of you tell you about your issue? What is your truth? as we tap the points, keep in mind whatever truth came to you, this problem, these feelings, but the truth is, this problem, these feelings, but the truth is, this emotion, this issue, but the truth is. Now sometimes I enhance it a little bit. I choose to know and believe that truth. Whatever it is, I choose to know and believe. Okay? And it's also true that if there is an aspect of something from the past and something in the present that's different, there's another good expression. That was then and this is now. For instance, someone working on feeling abandoned could be tapping for something like, even though I've had these abandonment feelings, the truth is that was then when no one was there for me, and this is now, and now I have lots of love and support in my life. So I talked about it, ushering in reframes. Sometimes things like fear of flying. You know, we can do some tapping even though I'm terrified of the plane falling out of the sky or something. I love and accept myself, and the truth is, statistically, flying is the safest way to travel. Now, we know that in our mind, but the body doesn't get it. And so tapping that in, this fear, but the truth is, it's really safer than a car. This fear, but the truth is, etc. My friend and colleague Marilyn Gordon, a hypnotherapist in Oakland, California, has a beautiful process she calls the wise mind process. And it's a little similar in the language. I think she says, what would your wise mind have to say about that? And so I find we can access some of that same level of ourselves through the tapping and that expression, the truth is.